Well, hello everybody. Just being kind of bored, so I was just kind of sitting around figuring, hey, what the heck, let's do a video. This video is going to be kind of unscripted and a little bit more kind of informal. I just call it Six Cars. What are six cars? Well, all the cars are this scale, 1/64 scale, like a fancy Hot Wheel and or Johnny Lightning car. Give you the inside of this one. This is a 1957 DeSoto Adventurer with a 345 cubic inch Hemi V8, one of the first. The door is actually open on it. And voila. Don't mind my crazy hand. Let's see if I can put this so it'd be a little easier. This is from a time before I was born, before everybody was born in the 1950s, when this was state of the art. DeSoto was owned by Chrysler, and they produced this neat car, which was quite advanced. 3-speed automatic torque flight, push button transmission. You started to get more electronics involved, but look at the design. I mean, if you've seen the Fantastic Four movie, you've seen kind of similar style of influence in the cars there, and this is late 1950s. This is the first one, and they're all the same scale. The reason I'm showing these because I was out doing some stuff in my car earlier, and I kind of miss older cars. I kind of miss newer older cars, and I'll show you that as we progress in this video. Our next car is a 1955 Pontiac Star Chief. Oh, let me get this thing opened up. This one had a 287 cubic inch V8 engine. If I can get the door open, which I'm having a tough time with. Some of these are troublesome, and this one is troublesome. Yeah, so that door don't want to open up, but let me show you the engine. A Pontiac V8 from 1955. It was, like I said, a 287 cubic inch and a horsepower range of 173 to 200. These are very big, very heavy cars. They do not move like cars do today. When you see people watching YouTube videos, oh yeah, these cars are so much faster, oh, so great. They're heavy. These are 5,000 pounds or more. You can get my Equinox 2017 as a twin cam 4 2.4 liter all aluminum engine. They'll put out 182 base horsepower, more than the V8 in this, in a quite lighter vehicle. Yes, these vehicles have torque, but you got to remember these vehicles were set up to run and cruise, not to go and zip around at high speed, and where you can enjoy your little rendezvous ride with it. Next one, this is a favorite of mine because I've owned a few in my lifetime. Ford, 1957. Ford Fairlane 500 with a 3.6 liter, 290 cubic inch diameter V8, 221 horsepower with a 3-speed automatic, 1957. You might have seen these on movies if you watch old movies on whatever channel old movies are on. It used to be on American Movie Classics. And this was a very popular car. This outsold the 1957 Chevy Bel Air in actuality. It's a very sleek and very neat car. I remember seeing these when I was a kid. They were like old, rusted, junker kind of cars that weren't that attractive. But piece of automotive history. Once again, look at the sleekness of the design. How neat these cars looked. And when they were new on the street, I mean, they were something neat to see. I mean, basic technology with them, but you did start seeing modern electronics and stuff just start to be in its infancy in the late 1950s. So we have these three cars. We have the Fairlane 500. We have the Pontiac um, Pontiac Star Chief. trying to look at some other information. Yeah, Pontiac Star Chief. This was like the big, before the Bonneville. They had a Catalina, but this is before the Bonneville and stuff you saw later. This is 1955. It's actually a very nice car. General Motors at one time made really nice cars. I've seen one of these on the street. And then, of course, the DeSoto Adventurer, Chrysler product. Out of the three of these, the Ford, sorry about that, the Ford, the Pontiac, and the DeSoto. In terms of technology and gadgetry, I would take the Hemi engine DeSoto, which is the 345 cubic inch, and it had 345 horsepower. I think this is one of the first engines where the horsepower matched the cubic inch displacement of the engine. And this is a wickedly quick car. And I mean, if you were to get one now and have it when it wasn't falling apart, just as an antique or collectible vehicle, this would be the one I'd get. It's kind of neat looking. Anybody could drive it. It's a 3-speed automatic. It's got dual exhaust on it. I'm trying to make this as clear as I can towards the back there. And you have a pretty good car here. Let me open this up a little bit. Hemi engine, which will lead into our next three cars. So this would be my pick. I'm sure other people would probably pick the Ford or the Pontiac. Now remember, like I said, these cars were like extremely heavy. The horsepower on the DeSoto's 345 out of a 345 cubic inch Hemi engine. The horsepower on the Pontiac Star Chief, 287 cubic inch, 173 to 200. This is a very heavy car. I remember riding in one as a very small child. Somebody had one. Extremely heavy. And of course, the Ford. As far as parts and repairability, it would probably be this Ford. And this is a 292 cubic inch V8 with 221 horsepower and a 3-speed automatic. I think the Ford is the lightest of the three. So if you were going to get one to go zipping around and drivability, it would probably be this. But as far as the technology and futuristic looks and somewhat of an aerodynamic profile, it would be this DeSoto. But that's just me. I'm going to take the DeSoto. Any of you that watch this video, tell me which one you think you would prefer out of the three. Now we switch to the other three, which are no longer made. And these are modern cars, which is sad because I do like these cars. I've looked at some of these cars and couldn't afford them, and probably can't afford them now because they're so danged expensive. Give me a second. I'm going to try to open these hoods so you can see the insides. See if I can do this without scratching or nicking anything. He's kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah. All right. Let's have 1 second. I might be able to do this. I guess I might be able to. I'm not going to promise, but I hate to do this. It's so unprofessional, but this is a pretty loose video that I didn't really script, so I want you to see the insides of these, which means I have to get my little tool here so I can open up the engine bay and allow you to see within. Let's see what I can do. Bear with me for one more second, and here we go. I've got jewelry tools. This is a little jewelry pick kind of a thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to open the hood up. I'm not going to go and try to bang these because I don't want to scratch the paint, because these cars are collectible, if you believe it or not. People do collect these, and occasionally you can sell them on eBay. But for my own purpose, I'm not going to sell these. I want to use them like I use my Kobe stuff. There we go. This is a Dodge Charger SRT with a 6.1 liter Hemi V8, 425 horsepower. Oh, let me straighten my hand up. And this is a beautiful car with a very beautiful engine. and a very nice body and chassis, dual exhaust, and extremely expensive. And for those of my fans out there that follow automotive, the new Dodge Charger has got a straight six-cylinder with a twin turbo. This is a Hemi V8. A Hemi V8 means that the heads are hemispherical. They're not flat. They're not whatever. They have a hemispherical shape, which gives them better power, better breathability, and they're strong engines. And that's the best thing about these cars. I know people bash them all. Dodge, Chrysler product. If you get this car, this Dodge Charger, with a Getrag 9 speed, it's an Austrian transmission. It's a very heavy duty transmission. This is basically an indestructible car that'll last you. You might have some quirks with electronics, but this car will last you good. Problem is, they don't make these. They're going to put V8s in, the ones they're making now, which kind of look like a cross between a Challenger and a Charger. But you're talking 50 to how much, whatever. Used, I don't know. And if you buy a used one, it could be beat up. People could be using drag race, pounce around. I mean, you'd be laying in bed at night, you hear these cars rumbling in the um, distance. It'd be something like this, and then buying it used or buying something beat up. But this this is my one of my faves. Would I go buy one? Eh. This one is a 2006. We go to the next car. This is also a Chrysler product. I almost actually bought one of these, but then it was talked out not to buy it because of insurance and all the other stuff. Where I live in Illinois is not a neat place insurance wise. I mean, you pay out the nose. And you got a lot of weird people driving it, getting in accidents, and you get a nice, attractive looking car like this. You're basically talking getting it damaged and smashed and all these other good things. This is a Dodge Challenger SRT. Dodge Challenger SRT of 2006. Also 6.1 liter V8, Hemi V8 with 425 horsepower. And this is a beauty of a car. And I did sit in one of these. I looked at one of these. I can't afford one of these, and they don't make them anymore. If I to find a used one, you're going to probably have a used one that's not in the best of shape and may go and cause you all kind of harm and grief and misery, which you don't want when you're buying a car. But I like these. And the reason I got into these, when you're a kid, you have Matchboxes and Hot Wheels. You want to buy cars. You can't afford cars, but you can afford these and look at them and hope that maybe, hey, everything works out. You can find a way to buy yourself one of these. But in the meantime, you have these highly detailed 1/64 scale cars to look at. And if you notice on this one, it's got a number. They are collectible. They only make so many of them. And like I said, I hold these and keep them as hobby things. My last one, this would be number 6 of these 6 cars, is a car that I looked at CarMax. I sat in it. I played and toyed with the idea of buying one, but in the end, I was told by everybody in my house, no, this is a Chevy Camaro. I like GM cars. I've got a Chevy Equinox currently. This one is a 2010. Yes. It's a Camaro 2SS with a 6.2 liter V8, 400 horsepower, with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Actually, the same 6-speed automatic transmission that's in my Equinox. An indestructible transmission that can last you a lifetime if you take care of it and if you change the fluid in it when it needs to be changed. It was made with Ford's cooperation, so they could throw it in various Chevy and Ford cars and GM cars. And some people say it's crappy and it misses. I've never had it miss any shifts or do anything bad. The only thing that I did do with it, you have an eco button which maximizes your fuel, and it also plays with the gearing on the transmission. I don't use that button. I shut it off, and it's just working like a normal transmission. You can ride the throttle on it, and it's quick. And if you have an engine that's got power, like this one, because like I said, it's in this one, a little bit beefed up because of the V8, but they're quick cars. They move fast off the line. And I was looking at one of these because it is a GM product, and it's a Chevy. Chevy controls and stuff are identical basically through all the cars, a little bit different dashboards and stuff. But if you have one Chevy and you go in another one, you can actually sit in it and control it and be very comfortable about controls and stuff and operating it. And I thought, why not get a Camaro? Look at a V6 one, but they have sometimes issues with the heads on that. V8 I thought would be the way to go. And like I said, I looked at one at CarMax, extremely expensive. And this was a 2010. I wouldn't get one this old because this is 15 years old, but like a later model, but they're too expensive. They're not, they cost more than a new car. The only thing is, this kind of a car is going to last you a lifetime because it's a well made car. It's got a strong transmission and it has a V8 engine. V8 engines last forever. As I've had V8 engines in cars, if you take care of them, actually they outlast the bodies in the cars. Um, and like I said, this one I kind of like. Now, if I had to pick between the Camaro, sorry about that, the Challenger, and the Charger. I'm not really into the Charger. I know somebody that has one, and he doesn't drive it. It sits in the garage. It's kind of like this one, and drives it on special occasions. It doesn't come out in the wintertime. It's a nice car. I do like this. The Dodge Challenger is like driving a regular car. You're not sitting on the ground. You're not claustrophobic inside of it. And I mean, the roof's a little bit lower, but you're sitting in a car. The Camaro, it's lower to the ground. I have a Volkswagen that we drive a Passat, and it's pretty low to the ground. But the Camaro's problem is in the back. You see the back window? They call it a cave. You sit inside, you don't see really good out the back window. You're utilizing your mirrors a lot. You can see out the front, but there's no room in the back seat. But it's a heck of a car. It drives. I mean, once you drive one with a V8, you kind of want to keep it and have it as yours, which is what happens because of the way the thing drives. So out of these, I would probably pick this for all around drivability. I wouldn't get the larger V8 that's in this. I would get the 5.7 liter, which is a 360 V8 Hemi. But from familiarity to jump in a car and just take off and drive it and comfort level, I mean, as far as controls and setups, it'd be this. Because I've had several Chevys and never had a Camaro. But this is a two-person car. You can still fit people in the back of the Challenger. So that being said, in group two, I would take the Camaro probably. First group, I'm leaning towards the DeSoto, but I'm going to show you something cool. So now I have this tool I can open up here and show you the engine better. The Ford has a really bizarre kind of the way the engine opens up. It opens the opposite way that it would normally open. So when you open this up, you see how the hood usually opens the other way. It opens the opposite way. I'm going to try to get a look at the engine. Because the nice thing with Fords are the engines. I had a 1985 Mustang with a 5-liter high output V8, and that was like one of the best cars I ever had. The engine was super, super strong, reliable. Would not burn anything but premium gas, but really nice. The newer ones, because of the computers, they can control this, so you don't have to. But actually, if you know a little bit about the mechanics of your car, and like with my cars, if they're direct injected, I try to run higher grades of fuel and synthetic oils on them so that they run and last a lot better. I'm sorry this video kind of rambled and stuff, but I was just bored and I just wanted to show stuff here. So, any of you out there like any of these vehicles, you can get back to me. I'll go back to normal military craft videos. I have a Chinese Type 99 tank coming and a Chinese tactical helicopter coming. I'll show you those. But for now, I'm holiday season. Get extra money. You may want to buy a car. Not a lot in the way of new stuff, but I mean something like this late model that is in good shape that you can like take care of yourself and check the history on it. And yeah, I mean, why not? The way prices are these days on vehicles. I mean, that's about it for this video. I'm calling this video 6 Cars. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, tell me about it, and I won't ever do one like this again. Like I said, it was bored, and thought I would do this, and I'm gonna come up with another kind of a video, something else maybe. Otherwise that's it. I hope everybody's healthy and having a good time and enjoy the holiday coming up, and maybe I'll put something together in the interim. Thank you again, and bye. Oh.